As an entrepreneur, you're always on the go. So turn your mobile phone into a business phone system with Grasshopper, the entrepreneur's phone system. Make and receive business calls using our iPhone and Android apps. Get a new business number or keep your current one. Forward your calls to any phone and even get your voicemails transcribed. Join over 250,000 small businesses who stay connected with Grasshopper. See how it works at grasshopper.com, the entrepreneur's phone system.
Welcome to International Radio Tours, the professionals platform. Visit us online at internationalradiotours.org for a preview of all our guests presented on the air. Stay tuned for our feature presentation after this commercial break.
Millions of people reuse their shopping bags every day, and Whole Foods Market makes it easier by offering a better bag in 2 different sizes. Find out more ways to make a green change at WholeFoodsMarket.com. That's WholeFoodsMarket.com.
Welcome to International Radio Tours. We are on the air.
Thank you for joining us on International Radio Tours. I'm your host, Charlie Checkers, and our featured artist today is Billy Brandt with The Thing and the Stuff Band. Today we're going to share a music review from Earshot Magazine and listen to a few sounds from Billy's Get It Going CD. Talk about the release party that was really successful with standing room only from the start. Some of the guest performers, and then we'll get to hear about a few of Billy's events coming up in the next few months. So why don't you stay tuned and listen to this exciting show.
What if you got rewarded for every good decision? What if your heart had a special way of letting you know it appreciates your healthy choices?
I've got to get my family to eat more vegetables.
Amazing!
And instead of cooking with butter tonight, I think I'll saute our veggies with heart-healthy oil.
You're a genius!
So really, would your food choices pay off in heart health? Did you know that when you replace bad fats with healthier fats, like those in canola or other vegetable oils, it can lower bad cholesterol levels, and that's good for your heart. Here's a winning idea. Take up the challenge for good health, because the you of the future will say,
Fantastic!
Learn more at heart.org/facethefacts. Canola Info proudly supports the American Heart Association's Face the Fats campaign.
Welcome to International Radio Tours. We are on the air.
You're listening to International Radio Tours, and I'm your host, Charlie Checkers. Today, we're featuring singer, songwriter, and amazing performer Billy Brandt in the Pacific Northwest. I thought I'd share a review from Earshot Magazine. But first, a little background on Earshot Jazz. It's a nonprofit arts organization, and it was formed in 1984 in service to the growing community of jazz artists and audiences in Seattle and the Pacific Northwest. It publishes a monthly news magazine. It provides educational programs, special projects in jazz, and nearly 100 concerts annually. including Seattle's major jazz festival. It also has established international reputation for the quality of its programming and services while becoming an integral part of Seattle's vibrant cultural scene. Earshot Jazz is part of JazzNet and is also one of the founding member organizations of the Western Jazz Presenters Network. So this is an excerpt, from the review in the Earshot magazine for Billy Brandt. It states, the self-release Get It Going is Billy Brandt's second album, following his 2012 debut, The Ballad of Larry's Neighbor. The deep-voiced singer-songwriter covers a lot of territory on this offering, from lightly swinging jazzy pop to soulful rock flavors. One can trace echoes of influences such as Lou Rawls, Gregory Porter, and Van Morrison in Brandt's sound. And though he sounds a little bit too careful and restrained at times, there's undeniable power and attitude in his vocal approach. The majority of the album is comprised of Brandt's varied originals. The most effective moments come during the more soulful offerings rather than the overtly jazz-oriented tracks. Brandt spins a slightly mysterious and odd narrative with the inflection and delivery of a born storyteller. That is high praise. That's written by Al from Earshot magazine. So we're going to take a moment right here to listen to one of Billy's songs from the new release, Hug Me For Real. And then we're going to be right back and listen to my take on that sizzling hot video and meet our guest, Billy Brandt.
It's been a long day, and it's wearing me down. A long day, and it's wearing me down. She said, put your arms around me, put your arms around me. Been a foolish man, lesson to learn. Fear and concern, there's a lesson to learn. She said, put your arms around me, put your arms around me, and hug me for real. Hug me for real. Hug me for real. Hug me for real. I'm doing things my very best. There never seems to be a rest. It's all I can do to keep on trying. Every day comes and goes. There's so much that I do not know. She holds my hand and stops me from crying and says, put your arms around me. Put your arms around me. Hug me for real. She said, hug me for real. Hug me for real. Hug me for real.
Well, for those of you who just joined us, you're listening to International Radio Tours. This is your host, Charlie Checkers, and we want to welcome our guest, Billy Brandt, to the show. Hello, Billy, and let me tell you, I got goosebumps, buddy.
Hi, Charlie. How are you? Thank you.
I'm awesome. I love the video. I saw that, and you and Gretchen have such a connection. And what I really responded to the video was the simplicity of it. A man coming home from a hard day work and wanting to soak up his lady friend's vibes, and her playing like that, and he's sitting behind her. Boy, oh boy, that was pretty racy, pretty sizzling, hot. I liked it. It was very nice. So, tell us.
Thank you.
How was the CD release event in Seattle? Sounds like it was very successful.
Yes, it was. The CD release was at the Triple Door in Seattle, and it was a packed house, and I had the band and plus some extra players who were a part of the CD all there that night. And Gretchen was there, and we played that song that you just played, of course, and we actually did what we did in the video on stage.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it was very cool. And actually, we had some tango dancers at the show as well who danced during that song too. Because what inspired that song was a couple of things, but it was tango inspired. Kind of, it's not a tango, but it's inspired by that kind of music. And so we had these dancers dance while we played on stage, and they danced in front of us. It was very, very nice.
Oh, wow. Sizzling hot. Well, the year is getting it going, and with the new CD release, and then you have some really good events lined up. One in just a few days, right? In March 18th, that's on Friday, right? Share with our listeners what's coming up on your calendar.
Yeah, this Friday I'm here in Seattle at a place called North City Bistro with a singer named Susan Robinson from here in Seattle, and she's another jazz singer, and we're doing this show together. We'll do a few tunes together, and then sets on our own, of course, and so that's going to be fun. And that's called Back to Back. Billy Brandt and Susan Robinson Back to Back. Nice. And then I have some. Go ahead.
No, I said nice. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, there is a delay on the show, so it always takes a second.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Get in sync. Yeah, I have a bunch of gigs, but another one at the Cypress Room in Bellevue here in Seattle. I mean, not Seattle, Bellevue, Washington, across the lake from Seattle, on the 25th. And there's some smaller gigs mixed in, but the ones I'd like to talk about are that North City Bistro this Friday, and then March 25th at the Cypress Room in Bellevue, Weston. And then this summer I'm going to have a big gig, and that's what it's called, the Big Gig. It's a show I produce at the Triple Door, and that's a variety show with several different acts that I put together, and it's a beautiful theater that we play at, and Gretchen will be there as well as other guest artists, including Josephine Howell, who was on my CD as well. I did a duet with her on the CD, and
I saw that.
And
I saw that too. She's amazing as well.
Yes, she is. Yeah, very good. There's so much talent everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel like I could just at least here in Seattle, I there's so many great musicians and singers. It's fun, and that's what that show is about, to get those that you wouldn't normally see, but they're great at this one event, and it's called The Big Gig, and I produced that show as well. So,
nice.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that, and I have other shows scattered throughout Seattle. I don't know if we want to talk about all of them. Some of them a little smaller events, but those were the big ones.
How about your websites and social media?
How about them? What do you mean exactly? Like, are they there? They are there. And,
no, I know. Well, tell us our listeners about them, or where they can link up with you. And I know we'll have links as well, but you can always tell them about your Facebook pages or your blogs or stuff like that.
Okay, well I will. So my music website is billybrandtmusic.com, and then Facebook is also Billy Brandt Music. And you have to put in the word music because there's a couple different Billy Brandts out there. And another one is I don't know if I want to share this, but there's another musician with my name in Chicago. So often his stuff and my stuff get mixed up together, which is fine actually. Some people thought I was in tour in Chicago recently. They're like, "Wow, how did you go from Seattle and Chicago in one day?" And like, "Oh, that's the other guy." Gotcha. And there's also just saying, this is kind of funny, but everybody shares names now with the internet, where we all have. There's probably another Charlie Checkers out there as well, but
probably
another Billy Brandt that's out there is actually in the. He's a porn star. So just one, yeah. Is right.
And a painter, by the way. Somebody who paints houses, too. I got that one as well. Sounds like your year started out really successful on a positive note. There are lots of good events coming up. We wish you great success on your new CD.
Oh, thank you. Are we going to play another tune from the CD now, or are we going to talk some more?
Well, we're going to remind our guest, as a reminder to our guests, the event link can be found on billybrandtmusic.com website. And on internationalradiotours.org, and you can Google music events in Seattle for additional events. So,
awesome. Thank you for mentioning that.
Go ahead.
Thank you for mentioning that review in the Earshot Jazz magazine too. Mm-hmm. That was nice that they reviewed me, and thank you for bringing that up.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, it was nice to be. That's a great magazine. It's a very important magazine here in the Northwest on jazz and kind of world music, I guess. But I felt fortunate enough to be reviewed by them, and yeah, it was great. So thank you for mentioning that. And people,
what other kind of programs I was? Oh, sorry. What other kind of educational programs they do? Do they go to the schools or anything like that? Because I know here we have a small theater that does. We just saw The Wizard of Oz recently. So I'm sure they promote all the cultural and arts events like that in Seattle as well.
Yeah, they promote all those events, kind of events, but mainly it's a music magazine, and it's definitely affiliated with all the schools. Here in the Northwest, all the high schools. There's Garfield High School and Roosevelt High School. They win all these national jazz band awards. So,
nice.
This magazine promotes all of them, and then as well as all the professional musicians in the city. And it's and they bring in. They have a huge. It's called the Earshot Jazz Festival every year, which is has all sorts of national acts. So it's a big deal.
Wow!
This
sounds
magazine
wonderful.
And the stuff. Yes, it's very nice. It's very nice. So anyway, I felt fortunate enough to be reviewed by them.
Well, right now we're going to cut to a short commercial break, and then when we come back, we're going to listen to a song called Get It Going by Billy Brandt.
Work can be fun, but it isn't fun if you get hurt on the job. Wear the proper safety equipment. When you're working outside, drink plenty of water, and don't be afraid to ask for help from your coworkers. Remember, your boss is responsible for your safety. Know your limits and your rights. Work hard and be safe. For more information, visit OSHA.gov or call 800-321-OSHA.
A message from the U.S. Department of Labor.
Do you see that doggy in the shelter?
Hi, I'm Buddy, the adorable puppy you adopted from the Humane Society. Meow. I'm Whiskers, a fluffy kitty, just waiting for someone to love me.
When you adopt a pet, we hope your new furry friend will become a cherished member of your family. And as Buddy and Whiskers will tell you, the key to success is following the rules to love by.
Woof That's right. Please give me food, water, and exercise every day. To stay healthy, I need the same kind of things you need.
Talk to me. I like hearing your voice.
You're my best friend. Please don't stay mad at me or lock me up as punishment. Remember, I'm probably going to live 10 to 15 years, so take care of me when I get old.
One day you'll need someone to take care of you, too.
A message from the Montgomery County Humane Society. Visit www.mchumane.org for the complete rules to love by.
Be your best friend for life.
Welcome to International Radio Tours. We are on the air.
All right. I've been a boxer, I've been a fool, a working man's tool. I've been blue and green with envy, been yellow, afraid of everything. I've been a dealer, I've been a saint, a rich man, but now I ain't so sure. Oh no, said hello, then said hell no. Got to get it going good. Got to get it going good. I've been a driver that took a turn, a teacher that could not learn the truth. You see, they say that's what's gonna set me free. I've been a writer without words, musician no one has heard of before. They close the door, I'm gonna say it once more. I've got to get it going good. I've got to get it going good. Won't you help me get it going good? All right, get it going.
You're listening to International Radio Tours. This is Charlie Checkers, your host, and we're talking with Billy Brandt. I really like that song, Billy. I think Get It Going, it's got a catchy tune, and sounds like you're trying to get everything in line in the song. What is the story behind that song?
Well, basically, the story is, all songs are kind of autobiographical. Not that it's exactly about me, like kind of, and I guess it's about anyone who just wants to do what it is they want to do and finally, get out there and do it, not dilly-dally around, So it's about a character who's done all these other things, but now he really wants to get going and do whatever he wants to do in his heart, and do that well and get it going good. That's basically it. Yeah.
So what about some more of your genres that you are going into for this the next couple months? You did mention a few. Is there anything in between? And who will you be guesting with you? Is somebody going to be with you in some of these venues?
Oh, to talk about my gigs, yes. So this weekend I have a gig with Susan Robinson here in Seattle at North City Bistro on the 18th. And then I have several gigs at a restaurant called 13 Coins, and there's 3 of them here. So I'm doing a little 13 Coins mini tour. I don't know if I should say all the dates, but the 19th in Bellevue, the 26th in Seattle. And I just did one last week in SeaTac, so that's not on here. But it was a mini 13 Coins tour, and then I am at the Westin Hotel in the Cypress Room, the Cypress Lounge in the Bellevue Westin Hotel on the 25th. And then in May, I am doing playing at Crossroads Mall book tour for a book titled Missing Dad, and it's a book by Jane Ryan. So I'm part of her book tour, playing behind her, and then she's going to read from her book. So I'm part of that.
Isn't Jane Ryan, I think she's from the UK, so she's going to be coming to the U.S., and that is awesome. You guys get to be together like that and have her read her book.
Yes, that'll be fun, and I'll learn a lot about that, about her and her book, and to be part of her thing as she comes here to the States to promote that. Yeah. So I'm excited for that.
And what's up in June?
June, I'm at there's a club here, a jazz club called Egan's Ballad Jam House, and I'm there in June. And that's where a lot of people have gone through that club and started out there. There's so many great performers here in Seattle, and that club is a big supporter of this scene. So I'm there on the 17th in June, and then July I'm at the Triple Door as part of a show called The Big Gig, which is exactly that, a big gig variety show with music, comedy, and dance. And I produced that show, so it's I'm quite proud of it, and it showcases all the great talent here in the Northwest, or as much as I can hold in one evening, because there's so many great people.
Must be a pretty big place.
I mean it's more it's like a Sinatra at the Sands kind of venue. If you think of Vegas in the '60s, it's kind of that with the booths and the beautiful stage, but it's not huge, but it's like that that kind of vibe, and it's just really a sweet place to play with a great sound, and a lot of national acts go through that club. So,
and that's at the Triple Door, right?
That's at the Triple Door, yeah. And then the next day I'm doing a little summer concert series outside in downtown Seattle at Freeway Park. That'll be fun, too. Nice. It's always fun to play the summer gigs outside and let the sound rock through the city.
Yeah. We have some of those here as well. We got Billy and the Bulldozers. They play a lot of the a lot of stuff.
Yeah, summer concerts are they're fun for everybody. No matter the genre, it's always fun. So, I'll tell you a little something about that song, though. If we can go back to get it going for a minute. The opening line of that song, the first lyric says, "I've been a boxer," and I wrote that. I don't know why or how, but when I was a boy, I did box a little bit. As part of this Elks Boxing Club in the town I grew up with back in Massachusetts. Anyway, so when I was putting the CD cover together, I was thinking, okay, we need another picture on the inside, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, another picture because I had a photo shoot, and I could pick from all these great pictures, and I was like, yeah, well, they're all kind of the same, And then I got a Facebook post from a friend of mine who I haven't seen in years. Says, I found this picture, Bill. I thought maybe you'd like to, like it. And then he sends me this picture, and it's a picture of him and I when we were 12 years old boxing.
Oh,
and
nice.
Black and white picture, and I didn't know it existed, and it was right when I was making the CD. So anyway, I put it in the album in the album, and it's just a fun old picture, and it fit perfectly because the opening line to the CD is "I've been a boxer." So that's just a funny thing that happens while making this CD. So, and those things always happen when you create art. Something crazy kind of like just happens by accident.
Oh, definitely.
So I thought I'd share that.
That was very nice. Now, did you guys, since you boxed each other, but you haven't heard from forever, has it been that long since you've heard from that friend?
Yeah. I mean, we basically, I knew him, through my teen years as well. But then after that, we lost touch, and he found me on Facebook and sent me this picture out of the blue. And
that is really cool.
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah. You'll have to. It's on the inside cover of the CD. So
okay.
It's you have to have the CD to see it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that's the story about that.
Where do our listeners find your CD? Where can we get them at?
They can get it from my website, BillyBrandtMusic.com, or on Facebook, Billy Brandt Music on Facebook, and it's up. It's at Amazon and iTunes as well. They can just put in there. So if they put in the title of the CD is "Get It Going," so Billy Brandt Get It Going, they should be able to find it. Yeah. That's all the music is everywhere nowadays. So a quick search on Google and they should be able to find it. Billy Brandt Music.
Okay. Well, we want to thank you for joining us today. It's exciting with your new CD, Get It Going, and with Gretchen as well. I loved, like I was saying before, the video. That is, I'm hoping I'm saying the musical instrument is the cello she's playing.
Yes, she's playing a cello.
Is that what it is? Okay. Because I was hoping I'm going to be a little dumb there on the music thing. I love music myself. I do a little karaoke, a lot of Bob Seger and Daughtry and all that kind of thing, some country. But that's the music. I mean, the way you guys did
the video.
The video, yeah. No, I can talk. With you coming in like you did, and then kind of soaking up each other. That is really a special moment. So I was kind of looking like I was looking through y'all's window, and it was very cute because you kept moving her hair and whispering in her ear, and she was. And she's kind of backing you up on vocals as well.
Yes, she is. She's doing the backup vocals and playing the cello. Yeah. And that video, that was actually her idea to do that scene with us playing the cello together. And it is a nice, romantic, kind of sexy scene. And I'm a fantastic actor, so it was no problem.
Yes, you are. I don't know. Looked like it was a pretty good connection going there, Billy. I won't go into that. That's a little personal, I imagine. Anyway, I want to thank all our listeners who are joining us on the International Radio Tour program. Thanking also XRQK in Los Angeles, Airtime America, and AV News Talk, XRQK Media Group stations, which are our broadcasting partners as well. Be sure to come and join us again. This is Charlie Checkers saying, dance like no one's watching and sing like no one's listening. Be sure to stay tuned to preview Get It Going from the newest CD from Billy Brandt. Y'all have a good rest of the day.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
International Radio Tour shows are broadcast on XRQK Media Group stations, AV News Talk, KNJO Thousand Oaks, Airtime America, Storytellers Campfire Radio, and SoundCloud. Thank you for joining us on International Radio Tours, where we showcase professionals in film, health and well-being, musicians, doctors, composers, authors, and researchers. To learn more, visit online at internationalradiotours.org.
Plan to motor west, travel my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Girl driving me mad. Yeah, she's going away. She's got a ticket to ride. Don't care.
It winds from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles all the way. Get your kicks on Route 66.
Said that living with me, bringing her down. She would never be free as long as I was around. She's got a ticket to ride, and this chick just don't care.
You go through St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri.
Oklahoma City is looking mighty pretty.
You see Amarillo,
Gallup, New Mexico,
Flagstaff, Arizona.
Don't forget Winona,
Kingman,
Basso, and
San Bernardino.
Don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think twice and do right by me before she gets to saying goodbye. I wish she'd think twice and do right by me. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care.
Won't you get hip? Take this time to dip. When you make that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66.
got a ticket to ride. She don't care. She
Get your kicks on the road.
got a ticket to ride.
66.
Yeah, this chick just don't care. Yeah, she don't care.
Won't you get hip?
Yeah, she's gonna take that trip
Take this time to tip.
on Route 66.
Won't you get hip?
Take that trip.
Take this time to tip.
Yeah, get your kicks
Won't you get hip?
with Miss Carrie Wicks.
Won't you get hip?
Yeah, okay, but you can't say that part about me at the end.
That isn't just the sound of the 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class high-strength steel and aluminum frame being formed. It's the sound of conviction. Conviction that created a lighter, quicker, and more efficient C-Class, whose beautiful form commands attention, while its more powerful, fuel-efficient engine demands to be driven. This is what conviction sounds like. Now, discover what it feels like in a 2016 Mercedes-Benz C-Class.